We all have our favorite NBA teams and our favorite players. In some cases, that favorite player is part of your home state franchise, and in other cases, you find yourself secretly rooting for a guy whose team you probably should not be supporting. In any case, every year when the offseason goes down or we eagerly wait for the NBA trade deadline to pass, I pray to the NBA gods that my team lands players that I really enjoy watching. It just totally enhances the basketball experience. So for today's video, we are going to be given a list of some of the NBA's most loved superstars, and we have $15 to construct our very own dream team. So on the screen in front of you, you see all the players listed. Let me know in the comment section below what your team is looking like. This is actually a very interesting challenge because I am going to want to build my best team possible, but also I'm trying to use some of my favorite players here in the NBA. But also, I have to stay within that $15 limit. So it's going to be a little interesting trying to do all that while trying to build an NBA championship contender out there. But let's go ahead and get started on this. So the first player I am going to be choosing is a $4 player. He's actually one of my favorite big guys in the entire league, and that is Anthony Davis. I feel like Anthony Davis just totally does not get any more respect at all just because of the whole trade deadline situation. We all know he wants nothing to do with the Pelicans, but he kind of is forced to be stuck on their team as of right now because he was not traded away. But yeah, man, it's like he's now on a minutes restriction. Even in those limited minutes, he's still putting up better numbers than most big guys in the NBA. So yeah, I really do think that next year he's going to bounce back harder than ever. Whatever team he ends up being on, it's going to be a really good time. So for $4 to get, in my opinion, the best big guy in the entire NBA, that's just my thoughts on that, because I will say Giannis to me is more like a small forward. Anthony Davis, even though he's listed as a power forward, I would probably even say he's more of a center. But yeah, so next up, we are going to go with the $5 player. Yeah, guys, we spending a lot of money up in here, and I'm actually going to be going with Stephen Curry of the Golden State Warriors. So I know Stephen Curry, you either love him or you hate him. I like Stephen Curry, guys, and I guess that's really the middle of the road. I don't love him or hate him. I just like him. But no, man, I do like Stephen Curry a lot. I love what he's done for the game of basketball. He's added a new era of excitement to it. I mean, yeah, we were all used to the traditional style of basketball where it's you had your point guard that would lead the team in, in assists. The shooting guard was one of the main offensive guys. Small forward was a jack of all trades. The power forward was a post-up guy, and the center was on the inside. But no, Stephen Curry came to the league, just really took the three-point shot to the next level, and the NBA has reaped the benefits because of it. So, I'm also, because I don't like Kevin Durant, I don't like the decision of DeMarcus Cousins, although I understand what DeMarcus Cousins did because he did not really have a lot of offers out there for a guy that was injured. But really, man, before Kevin Durant came to this team, the Golden State Warriors was a franchise built on the NBA draft and guys that were slept on in the draft. So you got to respect that because of it. But yeah, man, I'm definitely taking Stephen Curry. He's I don't want to say the new Kobe, but he's the guy that we're in the gym now. Whenever you shoot a three-point shot, you are now saying Curry. At least I do it, and I break more times than not. But yeah, so that is $9 quick down. It's just like that. So I guess while we're on the Golden State Warriors, I'm going to go with another player that I think was a huge bargain in this case, and that is actually Klay Thompson for $1. I mean, you add the Splash Bros, and then you put any players around them, and your team is going to find some great success. Thing I like about Klay Thompson is just, I feel like he has a good, like his ego at times, yeah, man, he can get a little cocky out there, but that's just because the team's doing really well and everything like that. But I just love what he does as a third, sometimes even fourth option in the offense. He's never had any big ego issues with that. He's okay going out there and just playing his style of basketball, and he's just good with that. Yo, wait, where'd he go, man? Yo, where'd he go? Yo, we lost Klay, guys. Klay down. Yo, where did Klay Thompson go? Yo, give me a second. Okay, we're good to go with Klay now, but just one final note on him. Basically, I like that he's one of those third, fourth options, but at the same time, he can have, games where he drops 60 or 37 points in a quarter. Love that about him. I think he's a big part of the Golden State Warriors' success. And then next up, we are going to go with a $2 player. We do need a center, and that is going to be Andre Drummond of the Detroit Pistons. So honestly speaking, I definitely like Blake Griffin a bit more, but at the same time, Blake Griffin's extremely underrated. How is he having his best season in the NBA? But yeah, he's only an 87 overall. That's just 2K and Ryan 2K. They all hate the Detroit Pistons. But no, man, Andre Drummond is have one of his best seasons ever, and he's just kind of slept on too. He's also been a big part of the Detroit Pistons' success since the All-Star break. And I mean, the guy, I know rebounding and playing on the inside is no longer as sought out as it once was, but as far as those type of centers to do it, I mean, Drummond's the best rebounding center in the NBA. He's also one of the most dynamic centers on the inside. I just wish he would stop trying to shoot three-pointers. He does that every now and then, and it's always embarrassing, and it always makes it sound like Twitter, and I just don't like anything about it. So yeah, we have $3 left, and we need a small forward. So I think you guys are looking at the player that I'm probably going to go with. He is a member of the Toronto Raptors, and that is Kawhi Leonard. I swear, man, there's plenty of players in the NBA I would love to have on my favorite team, but Kawhi Leonard is definitely one of them, because I know he has had like his own share of drama issues back with the San Antonio Spurs and all that, and I understand the whole situation. I mean, he was injured. He no longer wanted to play for that franchise, and yeah, that wasn't great. But when Kawhi is like zoned in and he's just like, yo, I want to win some basketball games, he is one of the best two-way players in the entire NBA. Like, his defense is always there. He's always going to give it up on defense. And then offensively, he can do everything. Like, he can cut to the basket. He can post you up. He can knock down the three-point shots. He's just a winner, in my opinion, man. It seems like, you know, since being in the NBA, I know a big part of that was, of course, playing with, like, Tim Duncan, Ginobili, and Tony Parker. But even since then, I mean, you know, he won a Finals MVP with them. It seems like every season with the Spurs that he actually played, they always did well. Now he's on the Toronto Raptors. They're still one of the better teams in the entire NBA. And yeah, I just really like him a lot there, guys. So I feel like, you know, for $15, let me make sure my math is correct. We got 5, 7, we got 10. Oh, wait. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wait. Do I only got $14, guys? Yo, my math is off, I think. We got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. We do have $15. I got very afraid for 1 second. But yeah, man, we got 395. We got 295 overalls, 196, and 88, and 87. I don't know, man. I don't think this team's getting beat. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and simulate to the beginning of a regular season. So here we go. Here is the starting five. Curry, Thompson, Kawhi, Anthony Davis, and Andre Drummond. How exactly would this offense work? Well, no doubt Stephen Curry would be the main ball handler of this team, but at the same time, you know, like if the three-point shot's not open, then Kawhi Leonard, you give the ball to him, let him operate out there. Anthony Davis play on the inside or outside, whatever, you know, best operates with the rest of the offense because he can do everything as far as scoring. Drummond's sole purpose is to stay on the inside and rebound the basketball and, you know, kind of run that pick and roll sometimes with Stephen Curry or Kawhi Leonard. And then Klay Thompson just goes out there and spaces the floor. So let's get going on the simulation right here, guys. I want to know from you guys in the comment section below, like, who is your absolutely favorite NBA player? Who are some of the guys out there that you really honestly think are, like, universally loved? Because, you know, there's guys like LeBron James and Curry that are loved by a lot of people, but there's also a lot of guys that hate them as we lose to the Toronto Raptors. I know James Harden, too. Like, I feel like back when James Harden was on the OKC Thunder, a lot of people liked him, but now since he's had that MVP caliber success, that he no longer is, like, loved by a ton of people. I mean, people like him and everything, but they all say he flops and does things along those lines. Kevin Durant has a lot of haters out there, too. But yeah, man, I would say, like, some universally loved guys in the NBA. I feel like Derrick Rose is one of them. I mean, there's always going to be some guys out there that dislike everybody because nobody likes everybody, plain and simple, man. But yeah, I feel like Derrick Rose is one of those guys. Luka Doncic, as of right now, he is a universally loved player, but I will say in the future, I could see a lot of people starting to hate him for whatever reason, just because, like, he does have, like, that edge to him almost, that I could see him pissing off a lot of NBA fan bases. Dirk Nowitzki, another universally loved guy. Vince Carter, Dwayne Wade. I think you can put all those guys really in the same realm, just because, like, you know, like, as you get older, you're no longer, like, a threat to beat other teams out there, but people are going to go out there and recognize your accomplishments and just kind of pay respect to what they did for the game of basketball. Like, yeah, back in the day, like, Dirk Nowitzki, I'm sure he was not liked by, like, Miami Heat fans and stuff like that, but now that we're this far into the future, we all love what he's done for the game of basketball. So he's definitely a universally loved guy. Victor Oladipo, I would say I don't see a lot of Victor Oladipo hate out there. I think a lot of people like him. Damian Lillard, I roughly ever see any sort of hate towards him, unless, you know, you got people out there saying that he's better than certain point guards. Then, I mean, then sometimes things get a little testy out there. Paul George, I'm pretty sure everybody likes Paul George, like, especially the fact that he broke his leg and now he's playing, like, the best basketball ever of his entire NBA career. So you gotta love him for that. I don't know, man. I guess, like, Giannis probably has haters out there too, just because he's kind of competing with, like, LeBron James now for the best player in the NBA. Joel Embiid definitely has haters. Nikola Jokic, I feel like that guy for the most part is pretty loved. But same case, so where if you go out there and say he's the best center in the NBA, then you're definitely gonna get some some bad hate out there from other fans of other centers out there. So yeah, man, we are nearing the end of this simulation, and we have a record of 78-3 one more game against the New York Knicks. So this team definitely did very solid out there. I mean, I was hoping for 82-0, but didn't quite do that, as we have Anthony Davis getting the MVP award at 29 points, 16 rebounds, and 5 assists, 2 steals, and 2 to 3 blocks per game. Trae Young, Rookie of the Year. Does Trae Young have a lot of haters? I would say, yeah, he definitely does. A lot of people thought he was going to be a bust, but now he's, like, actually killing it out there. All-NBA first team, we got Curry with Anthony Davis making that. All-NBA second with Kawhi Leonard and Drummond, and All-NBA third. So no Klay Thompson, surprisingly speaking, but I mean, in this case, too, he'd probably be like the 4th option of this team. I don't think Drummond would be above Klay Thompson as far as options go. But let's go to the player stats. I'm sorry, not the team stats, the player stats right here. And we have Curry at 33 points, 12 assists. See, this right here ticks me off, man, because literally, like, anytime I do a rebuild, Curry always averages like 45 points per game. And this time he's playing 48 minutes and he averages 33, which is still good numbers, but I guess he has some other superstars on this team. But wait, he does in real life, too. We know Anthony Davis' number out there, man. I love the 16 rebounds. We got Kawhi at 26 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. Klay Thompson dropping a 20-piece out there with 6 assists. Of course, bringing the defense, and Drummond at 18 points, 20 rebounds, 2 steals, and 1 to 2 blocks per game. So that's pretty much sums that up. The three-point shooting of all the guys that actually shot them was pretty damn solid, with the exception of Anthony Davis, you know, in the low 30s. But 33%, it's still like, yeah, the opposition is not going to respect that. But at the same time, they're going to be like, wait, this guy might make this shot, so maybe we have to look into him a little bit. But here we go. First round, we have the Toronto Raptors simulate current round. As the simulation goes through, guys, I do want to let you know, if you did not see my first upload of the day, I did start a new NBA news series that is going to be uploaded in the morning, typically between, before noon Eastern time, at least ideally, I should say. So yeah, it would mean a lot to me if you guys went and checked that out. Give me your feedback on that. Give me your support. Would absolutely love you guys if you did that. I'm just joking, man. I love you guys already anyway, man. But seriously, it's just something I've wanted to do for years here on YouTube. So I really plan on putting my heart and soul into it, and it's not going to affect my evening uploads. There's still going to be rebuilds. There's still going to be challenges like this. It's just something additional to add to the channel. But at the same time, you will probably see less things like the article videos. I know a lot of you guys don't really like those anymore, man. But yeah, just something I'm really looking forward to doing and really being passionate about. And just delivering you guys the NBA news. Because a lot of cases I'm out here talking about like 2K and stuff. But I know a lot of you guys want to see my opinions on the actual NBA. So that's what I plan on bringing. So yeah, man, we did win 4-0 with Anthony Davis getting the Finals MVP. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you guys for your continued support. Your continued support, really, man. Just, going back since I first started YouTube. I really do appreciate you guys so much. So be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel. And peace out, my friends.